Tesla profits plunge. Headline, Washington Post. Tesla earnings plunge. Headline, New York Times. Tesla's 71% drop in profit. Headline, USA Today. Tesla profits fall 71%. Just a catastrophe.
That much. It's just raw, unsubstantiated, smooth-brained hype.
$16 million. That's the average amount lost by a group of Tesla investors within just 6 months of purchasing the Cybertruck and electric pickup Elon Musk once claimed would appreciate like a vintage Ferrari. The truck has since depreciated by 35% in less than a year, a rate 5 times faster than the average for traditional pickups. And in a stunning fall from grace, Tesla now ranks 95th out of 100 in the Axios Harris Poll of America's most trusted brands for 2025, a company that once sat proudly at number 8, now trailing just above the Trump Organization. So, here's the question. How did one of the most powerful men in the world manage to drag his own empire down with him? Tesla's brand reputation has undergone a dramatic and measurable collapse. Once ranked among the top 10 most trusted companies in America, it has now plummeted near the bottom of the list, according to the Axios Harris Poll 100 for 2025. The drop isn't just cosmetic, it reflects sharp declines across key metrics, including ethics, transparency, and social responsibility areas where Tesla once prided itself on being a leader in the clean tech revolution. In the latest rankings, Tesla now finds itself grouped with some of the least trusted brands in the country, including Meta, Facebook, Spirit Airlines, and the Trump Organization. This is a far cry from its early image as an innovative, mission-driven company disrupting the automotive and energy sectors for the better. The decline signals a structural erosion of public confidence, not just in the product, but in the company's leadership decision-making and societal role. Even SpaceX, which operates largely outside the public consumer space and focuses on commercial and government contracts, has seen a significant drop in brand perception. This suggests the issue is not isolated to Tesla or any single product, it is increasingly tied to Elon Musk's personal brand, which has become a polarizing force across political and business spheres. Adding to the fallout, key Republican political figures and Trump administration officials have reportedly distanced themselves from Musk. Once viewed as a powerful asset in conservative circles, due to his vocal criticism of liberal institutions and regulatory oversight, Musk's increasingly erratic public behavior and controversial statements, especially on social media, have made him a liability even among his former allies. According to reports in outlets such as The Atlantic and Politico, GOP strategists have advised campaigns to leave Musk out of it, recognizing that his presence is now more likely to alienate voters than energize them. In sum, what we are witnessing is not just a stumble, but a comprehensive brand deterioration, where the founder's influence once considered Tesla's greatest strength is now its most damaging liability. The sharp downturn in Tesla's public perception and investor confidence can no longer be pinned on broader market trends or temporary shifts in consumer behavior. Increasingly, the problem appears to be Elon Musk himself, his words, his promises, and the growing gap between what he says and what the company delivers. A striking example is the rapid depreciation of the Cybertruck. Once hailed by Musk as a revolutionary vehicle that would appreciate in value, early buyers are now seeing the opposite. According to recent resale data, Cybertrucks that initially sold for $100,000 are now being bought back by Tesla for as little as $65,000, a 35% drop in value within a single year. By comparison, traditional gas-powered pickups typically depreciate at that rate over 5 years, not 1. More broadly, Tesla vehicles are losing value faster than EVs from competing brands like Rivian, Ford, or Hyundai. Analysts have noted that this trend is not driven by battery technology or market saturation, but by erosion of consumer trust, a trust largely built and now undermined by Musk's personal branding. The issue isn't just financial, it's legal and reputational. Many consumers and shareholders are now questioning whether Musk's highly public claims about Tesla vehicles as investment assets were misleading or even actionable. The idea that a car would increase in value over time directly contradicted well-established patterns of vehicle depreciation, yet Musk repeated this narrative across interviews, investor calls, and social media. As the gap widens between Musk's visionary rhetoric and Tesla's actual market performance, legal scholars and investor advocacy groups have begun to float the possibility of class action lawsuits for misrepresentation. If such cases proceed, they could further destabilize confidence in Tesla, not because the product is flawed, but because the messenger has become unreliable. In the end, it's not the EV market that's failing Tesla. It's not even the product. It's a matter of overpromising, underdelivering, and ignoring accountability at scale and at the very top. In recent months, Elon Musk has publicly claimed that he is scaling back his political spending and involvement, portraying it as a strategic decision to stay above the fray. But according to political analysts and insider reports, this shift is less about strategy and more about damage control. Musk isn't stepping back from politics by choice, he's being pushed out. Once a rising figure in conservative political circles celebrated for his libertarian rhetoric, criticism of government oversight, and high-profile spats with woke institutions, Musk is now viewed as a liability by many of his former allies in the Republican Party. According to reports from Politico, and the Atlantic GOP strategists have quietly advised campaigns to distance themselves from Musk, fearing that his increasingly erratic public behavior, polarizing social media presence, and barrage of conspiracy-adjacent statements could alienate key voting blocs. Meanwhile, the White House and major business leaders have also pulled back. Executives who once saw Musk as a symbol of American innovation now worry that his toxic brand could harm shareholder value, investor confidence, and public trust. His decision to purchase and rebrand Twitter, now X, which has since become a hub for misinformation and extremist content, has only deepened skepticism among mainstream institutions. Rather than respond with reflection or recalibration, Musk has taken a combative stance, turning his fire on the media. His recent attacks on The Atlantic, which published a profile titled "The Rise and Fall of Elon Musk," included personal jabs and unfounded insults. Musk derided the outlet as a zombie publication and mocked its editor-in-chief as the reason Steve Jobs would be ashamed. But far from rallying support, these outbursts have only further damaged his credibility. Musk's attempts to spin criticism into martyrdom play well with some corners of the internet. But in elite circles of politics, finance, and media, they underscore the growing perception that he is no longer a visionary, but a destabilizing force. In short, Musk isn't retreating, he's being rejected. And in trying to reframe that rejection as independence, he's only making himself more isolated. Tesla's recent decline isn't simply about losing market share, it's about losing trust. What was once one of the most admired brands in the world is now suffering from a deeper, more existential crisis, a collapse in ethical credibility driven not by product flaws, but by the over-personalization of leadership. Unlike figures such as Steve Jobs or Tim Cook, who carefully balanced their personal image with that of Apple Elon Musk, has fused his identity completely with Tesla's. For years, this strategy worked to Tesla's advantage. His charisma, ambition, and public persona were key to building investor enthusiasm and customer loyalty. But now, the same fusion has become Tesla's greatest vulnerability. Before starting the next part, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news. Musk's volatile behavior, controversial statements, and combative social media presence have begun to overshadow Tesla's technological achievements. The company can release innovative products and announce record-breaking sales, but public discourse remains dominated by Musk's personal missteps, from conspiracy-laced tweets to tone-deaf political commentary. As a result, consumer sentiment and institutional investor confidence are eroding not because of the vehicles themselves, but because of who represents them. Market analysts have increasingly voiced a difficult truth. Elon Musk has become a liability to Tesla's brand. Focus groups and brand trust studies show that public perception of the company's integrity, transparency, and social responsibility has plummeted, correlating directly with Musk's growing notoriety. Some observers now believe the only way for Tesla to recover its brand value is through clear separation between the company and its founder, whether through restructured leadership, a formal step back from day-to-day operations, or outright resignation. As one industry insider told Reuters, Tesla's real problem isn't competition, it's Elon. If he doesn't step away, the company will keep bleeding trust. In an era when brand ethics are inseparable from corporate reputation, Tesla's crisis is no longer just technical or strategic, it's personal. Elon Musk was once hailed as a global symbol of innovation, bold vision, and fearless disruption. His name was synonymous with the future, from electric cars and private spaceflight to AI and global connectivity. But as 2025 unfolds, Musk is proving a very different point: that wealth cannot buy credibility, and power cannot protect a brand from the damage caused by its own founder. In a world where public perception, ethical leadership, and accountability matter more than ever, Musk's unchecked influence over his companies is becoming a liability rather than an asset. Tesla, SpaceX, and X, formerly Twitter, once seen as revolutionary forces shaping the next era of human progress, are now navigating an identity crisis, their futures clouded not by technological failure, but by the reputational fallout tied to one man's behavior. What's unraveling isn't just public trust in Elon Musk, it's the intertwined legacy he built around himself. As investors, consumers, and even political allies step back, the message is clear. A founder can lift a company, but when ego outgrows vision, that same founder can also bring it down. Musk is still the wealthiest person on the planet, but in boardrooms, on ballots, and in brand rankings, he stands increasingly outbound. The world may still follow his tweets, but it no longer follows his lead.